It's The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. It is a Monday fun day here on the Fan Sports Network, and we love our Mondays. We always get up for Monday's show because there is so much sports content. We sit here and we go, how are we going to cram it in to just 2 hours of talk time? We've got every from the local to regional to the pros. It was a busy sports weekend. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin, thanks for waking up with us out of the Finley Hyundai studio. This is The Drive, and Paulie, unbelievable sports weekend for a number of teams. Also a tough, it's always tough, you know, when you have teams win and lose, and you got, you know, think about the word, I was thinking about this the other day, think about the word winners. We always love winners.
Yeah.
We always love to win, and there's so many life lessons that you get through teamwork and commitment and hard work, and you go out there and you're fighting for a common cause, and your unity is there, and you win. And then you're trying to do the same thing, but you always lose. You always lose and lose. And losing can take a toll on you.
Yeah.
A big-time toll on you. Ask your West Virginia Mountaineers earlier in the season.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Was tough.
Tough
for the fans.
Yeah. Ask Utah Jazz the last couple basketball seasons.
Tough for the fans.
Tough for the fans. You know, everybody wants a winner. And so often you don't get a winner. And I think we have a winner in town. I was doing the Utah Tech basketball game yesterday. I think we've got a winner. I think once they get to WAC play, I think Utah Tech basketball might be the best roster we've had in a few years.
Yeah, they've been looking good.
Yeah, I know they lost to Arizona State yesterday.
Yeah.
Me and Rod called that game, but there was some things though, but that are fixable, and there's also a lot of talent on that team, and you're not supposed to go beat a team from the Big 12 in a cash money game.
Right.
You're getting paid to go down there and give them a tune-up.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Get your paycheck, don't get anybody hurt. And move on. Now, you'd love to have an upset once in a while.
Yes.
We
that's
see
the
these in
goal.
basketball.
Yes. There are the mid-majors that upset the big schools all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really want to, make the NCAA tournament, you got to find wins like that somewhere along the lines to really grab the spotlight and the attention and be seed worthy. Of course, we know in the WAC there's one team, the champion of the conference
It's been a
tournament
one-bid conference.
forever.
Because of the lack of wins in the non-conference against these other schools, and you'd love to see Utah Tech steal one of Arizona or Arizona State, but those are teams that are spending tons in the NIL. They're bringing in 4- and 5-star recruits every year. Tommy Lloyd's one of the best recruiters in the country. Hurley does a fine job as well. So they were overmatched in those games, but I thought that they played admirable.
Yeah,
They
to
did.
say the least.
I was shocked at how well they hung in with Arizona, who just beat number 3 Florida and 13, ranked 13th, and
Gauntlet week too.
Yeah.
Like you had a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday game. You played 4 games in a week.
Yeah.
right.
You got 7 games in the first 13 days of the season. You're still down Marvell Allen too. He has not played yet, so a potential starter, a key guy, a
Presumably
5-star
one
recruit.
of your better players. Yeah.
Right. But by winning the first 2, even though you got paychecks and you lost, you're still 2-2 going into this Manhattan game on Wednesday out in Hawaii. They'll play Manhattan, Mississippi Valley State, and then the host school, this little 3-day tournament out there on the islands, the Rainbow Warriors. So, all right, let's get into the best thing we saw this morning, and a little food for thought there. My team was a winner this weekend. Your team was a winner this weekend. Cougar fans not a winner this weekend, obviously. That was a tough loss. I don't want to steal any ambo. We got a lot on that game, so let's get to big deal.
No, best thing.
Best thing.
I thought we meant best thing, right?
Okay, now you're confusing me, Devin.
Hey, it's Monday. I've been on vacation.
That's right. He's not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, crank up the Karate Kid. This is what I wanted. Might have said it wrong.
I started it, and then you said big deal, no big deal.
Yeah. Well, that's always the second segment
Yeah.
on a Monday. I'm always just used to big deal, no big deal. We don't always do best thing, but Paulie has something up his sleeve. If he goes Mountaineers here, I might puke.
Well, we've already got it choreographed. I'm definitely going Mountaineers here.
Yeah, this is nobody cares.
Well, I mean, does anyone care about the Seahawks and stuff? Your best things on a weekly basis, so
No, probably not.
So we're going to go with something not a lot of people care about unless you're a Colorado fan and you're bitter this morning. But West Virginia wins their second straight.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, congratulations.
That's right.
2 in a row. You're building a win streak.
That's right. Rich Rod getting these fellas playing hard finally. And I wanted to talk about the defense. They're the best thing I saw. 15 TFLs, 7 sacks. And this was one of the plays, a peanut punch in the second half. To start the second half, gave West Virginia a big play here. They were up 19-9 before this play, and then they went up even more after this.
Is he done talking yet?
I'm setting it up. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
The Mountaineers were playing some defense yesterday, and the crowd was also excited for this game. As we have a little soundbite from them, as even though they weren't playing the Pitt Panthers, they're always ones to catch shrapnel from the Mountaineer fans. This was an audible chant as they played Sweet Caroline in the second half with the Mountaineers up, at this point, 10 points. It was a feel-good moment for the crowd, and that's our favorite chant. Let's hear it.
1 second. Here we go.
This is the best thing you saw.
It is. I remember doing this chant when I was a young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed undergrad, singing along with 60,000 of my closest friends, and one of the all-time. We came in
60,000 of your closest friends.
That's right, my
I
closest
didn't know
friends.
Paulie had 3 friends, and I thought we were 2
Let alone
of them.
60,000.
60,000, yeah.
Back in those days, I had a lot of friends on game day. We were all for the same cause, and we were all singing that song, and they were singing it yesterday, or on Saturday, in West Virginia's 29-22 victory. Run the win streak up to 2, and I'm going to the third one. There's going to be a third one in a row. Write this down right now. West Virginia, 10.5-point underdogs on the road against Arizona State. My first game in attendance in over a decade. My buddies reminded me of this. I'm making my first trip for a West Virginia football game in 10+ years, and I'm going to see a victory. West Virginia 31-28. Write it down.
I will, and you'll be wrong.
I could be.
Yeah.
The spread doesn't indicate that will be how the game goes, but I've got a tingle. I got a feeling.
No, you're just excited you're going to the game. It's a big difference between that and actually calling it an upset on a Monday.
Okay.
That is pure hyperbole in your mind. Yeah. Now wake up, Paul. Back to reality.
Okay. Theater of the mind time over. It's time to get back in.
Do not bet the money line on West Virginia because you're going to the game.
Okay.
You have no gas money coming home.
That's right. That's
Paul's
happened
like,
before.
Paul's like, Tara, can I borrow your Tesla?
Right? Yeah.
I don't think she'll ever let me drive it
No.
again. So.
Oh, you let him drive it already?
She
Yeah,
did.
one time.
She did
Oh.
one
Yeah.
time.
How come I have not heard this story?
Well, because
we
I
don't have
needed
to get into
we
it. We
were
don't.
going to hockey, and I needed to
I
put
thought
my
this was
makeup
best
on.
thing. I thought this was best thing I saw, not worst thing I did in the last like 6 months.
My makeup was the worst thing everybody saw that day after I was trying to apply it with you driving. Yeah, exactly. Eyeliner, mascara, lips, like all over.
Oh, yeah. We did our best, buddy.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
No, you didn't.
She was a little
You were
nervous.
probably singing Sweet Carolina, not paying attention.
Well, I was
all over the
paying
freeway.
so much attention with sweaty palms and like, I don't want to wreck this car, So,
Oh my goodness! All right, great homer on the best thing we
All
saw.
right, let's see your homer here. I'm sure it's coming.
I will go with.
Now you're not going to do it because I said you were.
Well, what did I tell you I was going with earlier?
You said the Seahawks were in the contention.
Pulled up a Seahawks
They're always
clip.
in contention.
Okay.
They're always in contention.
All right, well, let's see what you nail down on
I mean,
here.
you're talking about the West Virginia defense, and you play a fumble strip. I mean,
Yeah.
Why don't we play 2 Lawrence touchdowns for the defense? How many defensive touchdowns did West Virginia
We had a
have
block
against a
punt.
crummy Colorado?
We had a block punt, and the Cardinals suck too, by the way.
Yeah. Trey McBride's awful. Yeah, terrible player.
Yeah, there's some fine players on Colorado too. You know,
Yeah.
I can play that game.
And
There's
Seattle
some 4 and 5
owns
stars.
Arizona. I don't even not like Arizona. I love Arizona.
Yeah, you just love beating up on them because they're bad every year.
We always beat them. We always beat them. We got the Rams this week. What do you want us to do? You can only play the schedule in front of you.
I'm just saying, you already dusted through my team, so you know it is what it is this year. But yeah. I'm starting to believe in the Seahawks as I've.
Do you want to play the best receiver in the NFL clip, or do you want to play a defensive touchdown not once but twice for Marcus Lawrence?
Well, I've only got the Nuke City Continues clip, so
Let's
we're playing
go
that
Nuke
one.
City.
We got the DeMarcus Lawrence one too.
Oh, we do?
We got
Oh,
that
okay.
one too.
Okay.
Okay.
So whenever.
Well, you have 2 to choose from.
Yeah.
Which one do you want, Devin?
Yeah. The both of them are great.
Yeah. He wants
Well,
both.
okay, well,
I could listen to them over and over again. Is this the Steve Rabel call on 710, or
No,
is
I
this
don't think so.
the TV call?
I think this
off
is a
of
TV
CBS. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
here
so
we go.
CBS crew yesterday in Seattle. 12th man was loud.
Yeah, back at the 35. The fake to Walker, who offers a block. And then going deep and looking inside the caught. Smith and Chippa with the grab. What
Wow.
a catch.
Harlan, a little voice crack there.
yeah.
He was that excited.
Kevin,
I like that.
Kevin Harlan is the
So
best.
excited his balls dropped.
Kevin Harlan is the best. He's,
Yeah, he is
he's
good.
actually probably better on radio than he is on TV.
I like his Monday Night Football. He does a good job with that.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. When him and Kurt Warner work together, I think they're a great duo. Now, Kurt was over in Germany doing that Colts-Falcons game. I'm a big Kurt Warner fan. I would rather listen to Kurt Warner over Tom Brady or Tony Romo every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Really?
Wow.
100% really, yes.
I mean, for sure over Brady, but Romo's gotten better. I don't mind Romo.
It's just a gravelly voice. It just doesn't do it for me. Kurt, just the way he expounds and the adjectives he uses and the description,
Yeah.
I just think he's more eloquent. I really do. No, there's nothing wrong with Romo, and Brady and Romo,
No.
they are what they are.
You're right, though. It
You
sounds
are
like he's
your own
imitating
person.
Mahomes.
But I've always liked Kevin Harlan on the. Can we get more of Kevin Harlan? More of Kevin Harlan, please.
Yeah, more Kevin Harlan.
40. It's nice to say this out loud. Seahawks cruise.
Yeah, we got
40. It was 35-0 to start this game. They ended up winning 44-22. Here's the defensive touchdown. One of 2 on the day.
I think this is the second one from DeMarcus Lawrence
Okay.
here.
Oh.
Yeah, this is early second quarter. Like second or third play of the second quarter.
With Ernest Jones out. 3rd down 11. Here comes Knight. Knocked away again. Loose. Here comes Lawrence. Holy smokes. Another touchdown by the same guy.
Same guy.
A lot of offensive players don't score 2 touchdowns in a game, let alone a defensive player.
That's right.
How about that signing in the offseason? Did that signing fly under the radar for a lot of people?
Probably. You know, he
I mean, it
was
was
talked about as one of the top linemen probably 4 or 5 years ago when he was on the Cowboys. But after Micah got there, he kind of the luster of DeMarcus kind of wore off a little bit in Dallas, but he's still a really good player.
Really good.
Yeah.
Is anybody better than the Seahawks right now? I mean, honestly, is anybody playing better football than they could?
Patriots have won, what, 6 or 7 in a row?
Yeah. That's a huge road win. Thank you, Tara. I will accept that answer. I really, you know how much I love Baker Mayfield. I know how much you love Drake May.
Yes, there's a love affair there.
Travion Henderson, where's he been? He broke
on my
back
bench,
out.
On my bench.
He
Oh.
broke back out.
Finally, he delivered. Finally. He has been a fantasy dud all season long, riding the bench behind Ramondre. I fumble a ton Stevenson. And he finally gets a chance and gets a 30-point game in fantasy. He will be starting for me next week. Maybe they're finally realizing what they have there.
Yeah, young legs. Buck.
He's fast.
How about Kyle Williams from the Washington State University Cougars?
Yeah.
Kyle Williams. And see, that's the thing with a good quarterback. You get everybody involved.
And that is one thing I will say about May is he does have a very good deep ball. He throws a very good touch pass down the field. So,
You saw that one. You just saw that one from Sammy D. Sammy D to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Oh, yeah, that one was good.
Hey, raise your hand if you had any time JSN touchdown in the room.
no, I
Oh.
didn't.
Oh, too bad.
Looks
too
like he
bad.
did.
He's
too
got
bad.
his hand up. There
Yeah,
it is.
he raised his hand.
Yeah. Although I was.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
But how about this? On my prize picks yesterday, my pick 6 prize picks,
Let me guess, it lost.
I had Jackson Smith and Jigba over 96.5. You know how many yards he had?
93.
93.
Oh,
Yeah,
Too bad,
93.
buddy.
Dang it.
Yeah. Well, when you're up 35-0, you're not going to keep slinging the ball.
That's
and
right.
That allowed K9 and Charbonnet to kind of run a little bit and milk the clock.
My best buddy that's a Commanders fan from back home was going to bet the entire Lions offense to score. That was his move. So he bet Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Laporta, all 4 of them to score and the Lions to win. Of course, Laporta doesn't score, but the rest do.
Yeah. Well, Gibbs was still in on the touchdowns.
Gibbs
He had a hat
stole
trick.
them all.
He had a
Yeah,
hat trick.
that's right.
Yeah. How bad is that Commander defense?
Pretty bad.
And
yeah.
how good is the Seattle defense?
I don't know how we're talking about the Lions game, but all right. The Seahawks defense is very good. I saw it the week before on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, Paulie, I'm still waiting. Tara said there's a team better than the Seahawks, and she named the Patriots. You haven't named anybody. Who's better? Who's better than Seattle? 7-2 in the NFC. They're leading the NFC. I guess Rams, you could argue, because they're right there, and they play each other this Sunday
Not
down
Denver,
at SoFi.
not Philly, not Green Bay, not
Denver's
Tampa.
up there.
Yeah, they've been winning a lot of games tight. I mean, realistically, a lot of games tight.
They're
So
what, 8-2
coming
though?
back.
8-2. Yeah, they're coming back a lot, and they're finding ways to win. But I just don't know that they're better than the Seahawks. I mean, in the AFC, I don't see
Denver
anybody,
doesn't
but
scare me.
maybe the Patriots might be the best team. Yeah, I mean, I can't say the Colts. I've been down on them all year, even though they had a big win again last week. So I don't know. I think in the NFC, I think the Seahawks might be the best team. I have a lot of belief in the Lions, as they showed a lot yesterday.
Dan Campbell takes over the play calling yesterday.
And I think they might emerge to be one of the top teams
They have
in the
a
NFC.
huge game with Philadelphia on Sunday Night Football this week. We'll see the Eagles tonight.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Football. In fact, we'll be back over to Wingnuts for another watch party. And if you don't have YouTube TV and they've taken ESPN off, you better come hang with us at Wingnuts.
That's right. I might be staying the full game today because I know once I leave, there's no more Monday Night Football for me. So,
Yep. I
Fine
thought
fo-
you had TDS.
I did for a while, but then I cut that.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Oh, you did. Yeah, I mean, look, with the Rams beating San Francisco yesterday, with New England winning at Tampa, Eagles Green Bay winner of tonight's game maybe has claimed that they're legit. I mean, who's counting out Philadelphia, the defending champs at this point? I'm not.
NFC North and West are real strong.
The Bills are a head scratcher after yesterday, though. I don't think anybody would consider the Buffalo Bills as the best team in football anymore. Like, they don't even feel like a contender for the Super Bowl with that putrid performance. You
Yeah.
get beat 30-13 by the Dolphins,
Right.
who can't do anything. All of a sudden, Tua's going down the field and slicing your secondary apart, and you haven't been able to do that all season, really?
It's concerning.
Yeah.
I've said, it's not concerning for me, I've said all season I don't trust the Bills defensively. Defense is not good enough to win a championship. Offensively, sure.
Yeah.
But they only scored 13 points against Miami, a 2-win team. Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Look, how about the Texans coming back yesterday too, Paulie? A couple of their highlights from the NFL.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah. Tara, best thing you saw. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip over you.
No, it's
I
fine.
can just start going. I mean, it's Monday. We have tons of stories.
The best thing I saw was Rico Dowdle's celebration.
Uncle Rico?
The fake pump.
Oh, Rico Dowdle. Dang it, I was getting excited.
After the previous game where he got
You got
fined
fined.
$15,000 for 2 pumps.
Yeah.
So then this game, here's what he did, and it was pretty epic.
He's led the league. Goes back to him. Rico Dowdle is in for a Carolina touchdown. Just like that. Panthers with the lead.
Just does
I was
nothing. That's
wondering.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Led the lead.
But yeah, Dowdle's
The Key and Peele.
yeah, and she showed me the skit before you got here,
It's pretty funny.
pre-show. It's pretty funny, and now I understand, and it makes more sense. But yeah, Dowdle's been a unbelievable player for the Carolina Panthers. I think Dallas, who they brought in Javonte Williams, and they've tried to fix really since Zeke Elliott out of his prime, Dallas has struggled at the running back position, and they let another good one go to Carolina, as he's proven to be a really good back for the Panthers and was on the Cowboys just a year ago.
Yeah. No, I got it. Tara likes the celebrations.
I do, yeah.
She likes it.
I love hockey sellies. I like
does.
Good for
football celebrations.
Good find. Good find. All right, we're off and running. All right, now we're going to come back after a quick timeout. Big deal, no big deal. Only on a Monday, but every Monday on the drive. You're not going to want to miss this. Stick around. Hey, we're jamming on a Monday from the Finley Hyundai Studios. What's going on? It's Devin, Paulie, and Tara. Show today brought to you by our friends at Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get your tee times, Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's rocking out there. It's light now. Sun is up, so you can get tee times a little earlier if you want to brave the mornings. Get done quicker, though. Get your tee times by calling 435-688-1700. Coral Canyon celebrating 25 years. Opened in 2000. This is their 25th anniversary season of great golf, and the course is dialed right now. So check it out. Call for your tee times. Get out and play and go low at Coral Canyon Golf Course. All right, every Monday we do a bit called Big Deal, No Big Deal. We'll tell you if we think it's a big deal or who cares from the weekend. And we're going to do it right now.
All right. Big deal, no big deal. For the 4th consecutive year, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs are headed to the state semifinal with a 35-14 win over the Stansbury Stallions.
Yeah, this is a big deal because you know, I was saying this during the broadcast with Coach Rick Barry last Friday night. We were on the call. I was saying, Coach, have you ever been part in your lifetime of a three-peat opportunity? And he's like, actually, at Skyline High School, when I was in high school, we did, and we won 2 out of the 3. They had the opportunity, but they didn't finish off the three-peat. And I really wasn't expecting that answer. I didn't realize they had such a juggernaut back in the heyday Skyline. But, you know, this is something that you have to have a culture. You have to have a coaching staff, a school administration that matters, that cares. You have to have parents that are bought in, and you have to have good players. And Crimson has all of that. Yeah. And they have become the cream of the crop when it comes to Region 9 football the last couple of years, and baseball for that matter too. And the baseball team will have a chance to three-peat this spring. They are the team to beat in about every sport now, year in, year out, because of the...
I wouldn't say hoops.
No,
I wouldn't say hoops.
No.
Dixie basketball's been more of the juggernaut than Crimson.
I do like Crimson.
Not this year. I'm just saying traditionally.
Crimson, Hurricane, Pineview, and Dixie all should be really pretty solid in hoops this year if I have it pegged right. We'll see. But this is a big deal because a lot of people don't ever play for one state championship. Paul, did you ever play for a state championship?
Yes.
Did you win it?
No.
Okay. Tara, did you ever play for a state championship in any sport?
No.
Cheerleading included?
Well,
they didn't
nationals,
have it.
but yeah, we didn't have state championships back then.
So no. You know, it's very difficult to play for one. Some don't get the chance ever to do it, and they've got a chance to win 3 in a row under Coach Wayne Alofopo. That is phenomenal. And, you know, the Van Daly health is a question mark going into this week. They shut him down, hoping that he wouldn't re-aggravate, make it worse, so he could play this Friday night. We didn't see him the entire second half. We didn't see him most of the second quarter. Kate Shaw was clutch, as clutch could be, carrying the rock on Friday night. So, yes, this is the big deal that they win and punch their ticket to the semis. Coach Wayne told me when he joined us on the show, Paul, you were here the other morning, he said he had everybody raise his hand if they've been to Rice Eccles.
Yeah.
And the majority of hands that went up in their locker room were never been there. Like, they had a big junior and senior class last year. There was almost 90 guys were junior and seniors last year. Yeah. That doesn't leave a lot of travel spots for your freshmen.
Right. Yeah, I think he said like 70% or something. So,
look, this is an opportunity. Coach Wayne knows this is exciting for the kids. This is how you keep building, keep the program excitable as you go and you play on the big stage. And they will do that this Friday night at 6 o'clock. It'll be our Boulevard home game of the week. And it'll be rocking. No doubt about it. Really excited to see how that plays out. I don't think you can slice that one any other way when you get this part of the playoffs. I thought, honestly, though, this is a credit to Crimson. I thought Stansbury would play them tougher.
I thought Stansbury would have had a little more than they did. I wasn't at that game, but just looking at the box score breakdown, the stats from the season, I mean, that quarterback almost had 40 touchdowns. Yeah,
they pick-sixed him. They turned him over 3 times. The Crimson defense is sneaky good against you think you have a good offense, and then you play a Region 9, the best team in Region 9, and then their defense can hold you in check.
That's right.
Yeah. And where everybody else a little disappointing, Hurricane lost over the weekend, obviously.
Yeah.
Crimson's carrying the mantle for Region 9 yet again, going for the three-peat. 2 wins away from the rarity in sports.
And coaching matters. You know, I kind of, deflected you a little bit by saying Dixie basketball is the dominant basketball program, but Crimson is the dominant football program because of coaching a lot of the time. Like, kids are kids, and there's a lot of good, talented kids at every high school. But to be able to lead them as young men the way that Coach Wayne has done over the last 5-6 years, it seems like, really, I remember him on Coach Munker's staff at Dixie, always had a good defense. So it just seems like he's a leader of young men, and he's a guy that can make guys run through a wall for him. They want to play hard for him. They want to win for him. And, that is a big thing in high school sports.
The NBA three-peat has occurred probably the most predominantly.
Yeah.
Celtics in the early 60s, Bulls in the 90s twice, Lakers twice, including Kobe and Shaq, 2000, 2001, 2002. It's only happened twice in the big leagues where you've had 3 champs in a row. Super Bowl era, nobody has won 3 straight.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl era. What are we at? What Super Bowl are we at? 58? I forgot.
I forget too.
Yeah. Well, let's fact check us. What Super Bowl is coming up? Almost 60.
Yeah, almost.
No, let me just put it like that.
Yeah.
NHL. I think the Canadians and Maple Leafs did it. Islanders did it back 59. In the 80s.
80s, yeah.
This is 59.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since the turn of the century, I think the
There's
Penguins
60.
won 2 and 3 or something, but and the Panthers obviously have an opportunity to go 3 in a row this year.
The point is it's a rarity in sports. I'm just backing that up and telling you, even in pro sports, it doesn't happen.
Hard.
Let alone high school sports.
Yeah.
And it's not an unfair question to go, how long is Coach Wayne going to stay at the high school level? Because him and Andy Stokes could coach a college team. I am convinced of that and do well. And, I'm not so sure that they're I'm not throwing any, this is not a rumor or anything, but I'm just saying that these two guys could be a package deal and go to the next level, and I think they would win within 3 seasons. I'm that confident in their coaching abilities, their culture, and they've done it yet again. And here they are, 2 wins away from a state championship.
That's right. Amazing stuff. Big deal for sure.
All right. Big deal, no big deal.
Kingdom.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Okay, Wreckham. The Red Raiders stormed past undefeated BYU 29-7 in a game that was never really close.
Yeah, when you're that close in the rankings, one spot in the rankings separated, this game did not feel like one ranking point versus another ranking there in the top 10. This looked like a mismatch. I was wrong. I thought the Cougars would contend. I always admit when I'm wrong. I said on the show last Friday,
win.
I said I thought they would cover the spread, and why not take them to win? And I was dead wrong.
That's right.
I thought with L.J. Martin healthy, they would be able to run the ball a little bit more, help bear out in the passing game. I thought he'd be. What Aaron Roderick did was what he probably had to do to give him the best chance to hang around. Is he went max protection.
Yeah.
There was an extra back chipping. There was an extra tight end. There was an extra lineman. That means you got 1 or 2 guys less in a route every single play, which really makes it hard to move the chains or get explosive plays. And BYU's offense just did not go. It was stuck in neutral.
Yeah. It was bad.
And Texas Tech's defense is really good. Don't let me mince words. I'm not saying BYU's offense is bad. I'm saying Texas Tech's defense is probably one of the best in the country, if not the best.
Couple things to take away from the game. Parker Kingston needs to be stripped of his kick returner duties. He fumbled yet another punt. It set up Texas Tech for the first score of the game after BYU had made a stop on downs. So you one fumble in a big game, and you want to demote more than
him?
one. He's had a few.
How many
fumbles.
has he had this season?
I think 3 now. Okay. So this is starting to be a trend. L.J. Martin, he might not have been fully healthy. Just 10 carries for 35 yards, was averaging 3.5 a clip.
Yeah, but 10 carries.
I know, but it got away from you quick. You had to throw, and that's why Bachmeier had 38 attempts but only amassed 188 yards. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I was saying that I'm not, the guy that's the bare truther and saying that he was not good, but I just didn't think he was ready for this game. He really wasn't. He can carve up Colorado and Arizona, but this team
he's still
was
a freshman at the end of the day.
He is a freshman, and he's played well this season, but I'm saying in a big spot, he looked like Retzlaff did last year against Kansas with the undefeated season on the line.
Accuracy, big arm strength. I mean, what is Bear best at? He's best at being a running quarterback and short passing routes.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't have he's a freshman.
His longest pass downfield was 21 yards to Kingston. That was his longest completion of the day. So he cannot really drive the ball downfield, and that's been an issue for him all year. He had 11 carries for 12 yards as well, wasn't running the football very well. So, all things went wrong for BYU in this game. I mean, it just looked like they were outmatched. The line moved up to 13.5 at game time. I laid it. I played Texas Tech in this game because it just seemed like there was a storm brewing in Lubbock, and there was. They got routed 29-7. This is a big deal. This does not do in their playoff hopes because they can still win the Big 12 in a rematch of this game, most likely, if they maintain composure down the stretch and don't let it be like Kansas and lose another one.
Right.
So, yes, I think they'll get maybe a second shot at this team, but I don't think they're good enough, even in the second shot, to beat this team. Texas Tech is a cut above the rest of the Big 12 this year, and they showed it yesterday.
Yeah.
Or on Saturday.
How about Jacob Rodriguez?
Yeah, he's a stud. Probably going to be the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Unbelievable linebacker, outstanding on Saturday. Racked up 14 tackles, interception,
TFL,
had a fumble recovery.
Yeah. He was all over the place.
And when you win 29-7, sure, you scored 29 points, but when you give up 7 to a team that was scoring like BYU was in the conference, that's a defensive win.
Just hung 41 on Iowa State just a couple weeks ago, and I thought it would be Baron Morton, in his second game back. I thought he'd kind of be up to speed and hitting all his receivers. He only had 219 yards, so he really wasn't lighting it up. Only one touchdown. But Cameron Dickey was the guy, 23 carries for 121 yards. He was just knifing through that defense.
I thought BYU, which if you go back over this season and last season, they have, I want to say 34 interceptions. Like they get a lot of takeaways.
That's right.
And they didn't have any. That's a missed opportunity.
That's right.
And, the 18-yard line, the fumble by Parker Kingston, that really, he just couldn't pull it in. And when you give up a fumble recovery on the 17, even though they only catch it in for a field goal, you take an early lead and you grab momentum at home, and then they never look back.
Well, you get the stop. That's the thing. You get Texas Tech stopped on the opening possession, and then they punt to you and you fumble. Yeah. We talked to Kyan Brumfield, the special teams coordinator from Utah Tech. I asked him, what's the most important thing when determining a kick or punt returner? He said, first thing, catch the ball. Catch the ball.
Ball security.
Catch the ball.
Yeah.
And Parker Kingston has had trouble with that. He's a great athlete. I don't doubt that. I know he's a great athlete, but he's maybe not be a punt returner.
Yeah.
Because he's hurt them in some big games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And look, Bachmeier has been a dream start for Bear Bachmeier.
Yeah.
8 wins, 8 straight wins until Saturday, right out of the gate in his career.
Yeah, he had an unprecedented start.
And his success as a young freshman, I think largely in part is because he has been able to take care of the football.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. They had some shank punts. The field position was never with BYU, especially in that first half.
And the conservative playbook, I think that Roderick, at this point in the season, you're playing number 8 on the road. You got to let the ball fly sometimes.
Well, and
it was 13-0 at halftime. Game still in reach.
Yes.
13-0, 2 touchdowns, and you're ahead.
Yeah.
But he'd have never let the reins off Bear and let him go.
Well, they couldn't run Bachmeier to open up the passing game, too. Normally he can run it. He had 12 yards on 11 carries.
Less than a yard or just about a yard per carry, right?
Yeah. Chase Roberts said, I think it was good for Bear as a young quarterback to feel some defeat and what it's like to lose a game, said senior Chase Roberts.
Okay.
Who did catch that touchdown pass in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He said, Chase said, he's going to learn a lot from that game. I'm excited to see how he bounces back. This is a moment for him to really establish who he is as a quarterback and what the rest of his career is going to be like. We're really going to rally around him, and he's going to lead us. So there's a guy saying, look, he lost a game.
Yeah.
He's going to fill it, but we're going to rally around him, and let's see what happens next. There you go. BYU losing badly to Texas Tech. They didn't fall as far as I thought in the polls, Paulie.
Yeah.
To 12?
It was 11 or 12, one of those. I thought
BYU 12.
They're 12. She's right.
Yep. Utah 15. Texas Tech 8.
Yeah, Utah's rising right up there.
They are.
Rising right up there, even at the bye week this week for the Utes. So, all right, moving on. We got a couple more?
Yep. Big deal, no big deal. The Hurricane Tigers season ends in a heartbreaking fashion as the 4 seed falls 28-13 to the Provo Bulldogs.
I'm not going to lie, this surprised me. I thought Hurricane speed would offset Provo's size.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
A big piece of that speed department is Austin McRoberts. He went out at halftime with a concussion. That was kind of a big blow to the offense. Then you saw
the red zone, but they were in the red zone the whole second half, Paul.
They lived in the red zone, but they just couldn't find the way to find pay dirt. And it was very frustrating, I think, for Coach Cowan because the defense played pretty well.
They did.
Right. I thought they played well. They got the turnover on the first play of the game, a wry pitch, and they just swarm on it, recover it. It leads to the first touchdown of the game. Yeah. So, things were good in Hurricane in the first quarter. And then, man, I mean, just Ronnie Wright and DeMartini and these receivers just started to find openings in the zone and get open. And the quarterback was distributing very well as well. So I thought that it was a great season for the Tigers, and some missed opportunities on Friday night ultimately undid them. But really great season, and it is a big deal they lost. but also a big deal the season they had. Hurricane football is on the rise. It is rebuilt in a big way. This is the most productive Hurricane football team I've seen since I've been here. That's 9 years, and I think they're only going to be going up as time goes on. So Coach Cowan and the kids, congrats. Great season.
I mean, they were trying to get to Rice Eccles for the first
They
time
were
since
first
2014.
semifinals, and what was it? Provo hadn't been there since '99.
Right.
So it was a battle of two droughts, one longer than the other by 15 years. But I thought it was Hurricanes' year, but unfortunately,
And I thought that would have been huge for H-Town. You know, even though you're going against a juggernaut in Ridgeline, the opportunity to get those young kids up there to continue to move the program forward to play on the University of Utah turf would have been huge.
Would have been big
for the culture, getting guys excited about coming out and lifting weights at 6 a.m. I mean, you know, all the things that go with winning. And they were just a little bit short. I mean, nobody scored in the second half, right, Paulie? It was the same score at halftime as the final score?
No, the Provo scored in the second half.
Yeah, they did score in the second half.
Okay, Hurricane didn't score in the second half.
Hurricane
No, they did not.
Every time because I had your live stream on while I was doing the Crimson game on my phone, and every time I looked down, I was like, I would hit coach and say, "Oh, Hurricanes in the red zone."
They got the ball.
Yeah.
They're in
And
the
then,
red
and
zone.
then
Yep.
3 minutes later, I'd look and it would be no more points. And I was like, what happened? You know, and I couldn't watch the game except for in a commercial break. I'd catch, 30 seconds of it here and
Yeah.
there.
Right.
But it looked like they had chances.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel too. Like he's not really only 1,100 yards passing this year, and he doesn't really throw that often. He's more of a dual threat that leans more towards the run, almost 700 yards rushing.
Correct.
But he made some big throws in this game, and I thought that some of his receivers, some balls that were catchable, I thought a little low, a little high here and there, but some balls that I thought should have been caught for your quarterback that would have preserved drives. So they had to punt a lot in the second half.
Yeah.
That was the thing that really hurt them bad. So tough season, or tough loss, but great season for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, I think they proved that they're back in the upper echelon in Region 9.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think, and you look at some of those young guys that'll be coming back. Yes, they're going to lose a lot of skill position guys. Dylan Gabriel, 3-year starter quarterback.
Yeah.
Who's coming up through?
McRoberts, he's gone too.
Robert's gone. Brody Jacobs is gone.
Yeah, but you
Jackson
still got
Weinerger's gone.
one of the best secondary players in Region 9 at a corner spot is the sophomore coach's son. Cannon Cowan is a stud.
Cannon,
He is a stud. He was making a lot of plays.
And Tanner Matua's back, and R.J. Allred is back.
They got some guys.
I think R.J. Allred is a guy that can really run the ball. He's just stuck behind Austin McRoberts.
What is it, Bradley Rose?
Bradley Rose
Yeah,
Jr.
he's
the
back.
cupboard is not bare.
It's not bare. So they got some talent coming back. Just got to find that new quarterback because Gabriel, yes, has been a mainstay for 3
and I think
years.
they've got the guy coming up through the program that they really like. So we'll see. I don't know much about him, but I think that their JV team did really good this year.
Nice.
Really
Good
good.
to hear that.
So that sophomore class is going to be juniors is very talented from what I understand. Haven't lost a lot of games all the way through Pee-wees, all the way into high school. So, that's going to be fun to see what next year brings. Unfortunately, they were not thinking about next year. They were thinking about beating Provo, going to Rice Eccles, and it didn't happen. And that always stings, but hopefully they'll be back better than ever next year. All right, one more?
Sure. Big deal, no big deal. Which one do I go with?
I don't know. Let's do two more.
Big deal.
Two more.
We'll make them shorter. We'll make them
All
shorter.
We'll go short.
Utah Tech basketball goes down to Arizona and shows well, covering in both games against Arizona and Arizona State.
Did they cover against Arizona State? I think it was 13.
Oh, was it?
I-
Okay, I thought it was 17 or something. Like I thought they pushed or right at the number.
I think it was 13, and then it went to in game or halftime. It went Utah Tech plus 3.5, which pushed up to 16.5.
Okay.
So they did cover that second half spread.
Okay.
But I think originally they were right there. They cut it down. They went on a 16-0 run in the second half. I love the fight. That's one thing I've always liked about John Judkin's coach teams is the fight, right?
Yeah.
They were not shooting the three good again, and that's been the early season bugaboo for Tech.
Yeah.
They're 2-2. They just haven't shot the three good enough.
Right.
You can't go to Arizona and Arizona State and only shoot 30% from distance, and not in today's basketball game.
Right.
Especially when you're not going, you're not going to win the rebounding edge. You know you're not going to win the points in the paint edge because you're going up against a true 7-1 freshman that's a sensational player that's stretching you out and hitting threes.
Yeah.
In Jop. This guy's a real deal. Jop should play in the league someday. Like he's smooth. His shot looks like Kevin Durant out there. 7-1.
Yeah, I mean the Arizona team, like the last 3-4 years, really since Tommy Lloyd's been there, has been like the.
Well, Job plays for ASU.
Oh, ASU.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the game yesterday. But
yesterday,
they've got some freshmen at Arizona.
Yeah, they got some. They're
There's
like
the Pete kid.
the foreign embassy. They've got like all these
holy
different guys
smokes.
from
He's
different corners
amazing.
of the country.
Yeah.
Like they've got all these foreign players that come in, play for Lloyd.
Well, when you open the season, you beat the defending national champ Florida Gators. You grab
Exactly.
some headlines.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And when you're
They're
going,
And Pete was the star of that game.
hey, look, for 25, 30 minutes, though, Tech hung with them.
Yeah.
Now, we were working high school games, but I was kind of looking at the box score. I was keeping track of it. I had the live stream on for a few minutes at halftime just to check on them. I didn't get to watch that entire game until after, and I went back and watched bits and pieces, just getting ready for the Arizona State game.
Sure.
Because Rod and I were calling that game yesterday. And they looked tired yesterday, Paul. I mean, you played Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Yeah. And Juddy doesn't, I mean, aside from the Bethesda game, he didn't really go to the bench. He had about a 2 to 3 man bench rotation with Owana and Aribi and Britton Barrett, and that's it. So you only played 8, and you only had 1 field goal from each of those guys and 8 bench points. 8 bench points is not enough, and so. You know, when they get Marvell Allen back, that's going to give them a little bit more depth. And he's just waiting to be
Star
medically
power,
cleared.
potentially.
He's getting close. So you're down a 5-star kid out of high school, transfer from Dayton, but he's coming off of, big time couple surgeries. He hasn't played in 2 years. A little bit of a risk there, but if he comes back healthy and is healthy the whole season, and you can get him back by say the 1st of December, I don't know if he'll play in Hawaii. I mean, that's going to be huge for the Trailblazers.
Calculated risk by Utah Tech basketball taking him in.
Yeah,
I think it's going to pay off. I
The
think
WAC is not that tough this year. They can win the WAC.
If he is a difference maker, like I think he will be, Potter is a nice piece. I like, was it Belonga? The other
he's only
French
3
player.
of 10 both the Arizona games, but look, I said before the start of the season, I don't know if I said it on the air, I was talking to somebody, I said with the 7 games in 13 days, if the Trailblazers can go 4-3, that would be a huge start to the season, because you're going and getting paychecks to play Arizona and Arizona State. You're getting a check to come play them. Those are considered tune-up games for those teams in the Big 12. I know we got to get to a break, so that's big deal, no big deal. We went long, but Trailblazers have a good team. They have a fun team. They're very long, very athletic. I think you're really going to like them inside the Burns Arena all season long. All right, big deal, no big deal. In the books, brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get out and play. We'll take a break. We'll be right back around hour number 1. Show today brought to you by St. George Tin Shop and Color Country Custom Coating. One-stop shop right there. 2 businesses, same location. Get your tent, get your protective coatings. They got you covered. Need some paint, some touch-up. JC's got that permanent ceramic coating. $400 off. He's not going to run that forever. Check them out. Color Country Custom Coatings. If you never heard of them, you're gonna remember the name because I said it really clearly for you. Or St. George Tint Shop. That's where you need to go to deck out your ride. We've got semifinal set for football. We talked a little bit about that in Big Deal, No Big Deal. Provo beats Hurricane 28-13. Tigers will walk into the offseason with a tough home loss where they just couldn't get any points in that second half. And I swear nobody scored in the second half, Paulie. I'm looking at the box score. Nobody scored in the second half. And it's that 21-point third quarter that kind of separated for Provo and got Provo a big lead that they were able to hang on to with some really good red zone defense, forcing a lot of Hurricane punts, as you said. We got a couple clips. This Paul was on the broadcast over there as we wrap up the Tiger season, and was this a Brody Jacobs touchdown?
This was the Jacobs touchdown where the stadium went insane. You know, you heard the decibel level climb, and this was a big play in this game as Mr. Brody Jacobs, the senior, found his way into the end zone.
Will take the snap, fading back, looking long. He's going to zip one, and it's caught across the middle.
Oh,
and it is a gain of a.
That was the wrong one.
That was a Provo play highlight. That was not Brody Jacobs, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Provo, nice play there, but it was the Jacobs long. I think it was in the second quarter.
It was their second touchdown of the game.
I think it's that 12-second one you got there. Yeah, that's it.
Let's try this one.
That's got to be it.
Redo. Here we go.
We feel it.
Snap.
No,
that's the same one I just played, isn't
that's
it?
the next play.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Not sure if it's
No,
higher
it's
up.
not.
I think it's that one right there, number 10. Yeah, he's in the end zone.
Now you've got me intrigued.
Now
I really want to hear Paul's touchdown call for Brody Jacobs.
Okay, this is it. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Going to
My
keep
bad.
it. Garrick Orchard with the cut back, and he's going to go into the
It's
end
doing
zone.
something
Touchdown,
weird.
Yeah, it's like
Bulldogs.
doing some weird stuff. But
It's playing the whole scoring drive from
Well-
Provo. That's not the
No,
highlight I was
it's-
looking for.
It says that's Jacobs' touchdown.
yeah, it
Let's
does.
see.
The audio. Maybe it's the one under.
I think the audio is kind of messed up or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right, we'll have to table this.
Do
We'll
we
to
have the
table
first
this.
touchdown? Do we have the first Hurricane touchdown? Because it was the fumble recovery early on the opening drive for Provo, and then they punched it in. Correct?
yeah, let me see. I don't think we do.
No. Okay. Well, unfortunately, there was a few more Provo highlights than we wanted to play in that segment.
Yeah.
But the Bulldogs will move on to play the Ridgeline Riverhawks. Ridgeline, no problem with Park City. I guess Park City was talking a bunch of smack and, hey, we're a better team than when we played you the first time. And now with Provo coming down here to the Tigers Den and winning 28-13, they will play the overall number 1 seed Ridgeline Riverhawks, and Hurricane season comes to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still watching clips.
You're still trying to
figure
find
out,
the play?
figure out what's going on.
It's
yeah,
all
I don't
right.
know. It's off.
You know, I thought the ghosts in the studio
The
left at
ghosts,
Halloween.
yeah.
I thought they were gone about 11 days ago.
They're hanging around.
They're hanging around. That's right.
Because we literally watched them before, and
I
it
know.
was
We
the right
watched
one.
them. We
so-
watched them. But
Real quickly, Crimson again, 35-14 over Stansbury. Just way too much firepower, offense, defense. And then they will play Green Canyon. Green Canyon, 28-26 over Skyline. So these are semifinals. The Crimson game will be Friday at 6 o'clock. Friday at 6 o'clock will be the next Boulevard home game of the week. All right, got to take a break. Back in a flash. Hour 2 coming up after a timeout here inside the Finley Hyundai Studios. This is The Drive, the Morning Drive crew, ready to go, hanging out with you. What's Paulie going to say second hour to get me all fired up?
that's right. I'll find something.
He'll find something. Stick around. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Hour 2 here on the Fan Sports Network. Thank you so much for locking us in, loading us up. I know there's a lot of choices out there. You can spend your time listening, but glad you choose us 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays here on the Fan Sports Network. Try to always make it entertaining, try to cover a lot of different topics, and always appreciate you locking us in, loading us up. Thanks for everybody that always watches and loves our coverage, continued coverage of high school sports, Utah Tech athletics, some of our local products here. We were a busy week last week for the crew. I was gone.
That's right.
Paulie was, what? I had to feel like you were working overtime last week, didn't
A
it?
little bit. Me and Tara were all over the place last week for sure. We were a lot of places.
Tara
Utah
still
Tech
managed to fit in,
basketball.
I think, 2 hockey games last
And
week.
I did.
She
Two
did.
hockey games. Me and Paul and Andy covered
Yeah.
the Mammoth game, and
That's
then
right.
we went down to the Vegas
Oh,
Lightning
did you
game.
go to
just
the
me and
Vegas
Andy.
game too?
No, I
No,
went to
just me and Andy.
the Utah game with them on against the Lightning on Sunday. So beginning the week, she hit a hockey game, and then towards the end of the week, she hit another one. The
Another hockey
double
game.
dip for Tara. Last week.
I'm a hockey fan.
She is.
Yeah. Hey, that's awesome. I'm thinking about road tripping this Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm thinking about driving down to L.A. and watching Rams Seahawks. I think it's going to be a deuce.
Ooh.
okay. There you go.
That'll be a good one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a good one.
Yeah, I'm already going. I've already got my tickets in Seattle December 18th. So I'm like, why not hit both those games?
There
Yeah,
you go.
there-
Yeah, it's a good season for them. Might as well.
Yeah, I mean, I did just hit me. I got to find tickets. I got to figure it out. But
Yeah, tickets. Important thing.
You know, after broadcasting so many games, I get the itch to go watch and just be a fan once in a while. Isn't it nice as a sports broadcaster, every once in a while, just to sit in the stands and enjoy the product?
She can walk you through it. This last week, she had both views: the press view on Sunday,
press
and
row
the fan
where you can't
view.
cheer. You know, you have to be very quiet and just keep track of everything. And then to go to the Knights game and be able to just go wild.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tara going wild in
Both are
Vegas.
fun.
Glad you made it back safe.
Tara and Andy loose in Vegas.
Drove,
That's right. It's good. Safety.
Right.
Let's get you all caught up with the headlines, what's trending and going on in sports. Here we go.
There's no top 8 at 8.
Oh, we don't have a top 8 at 8 anymore?
Well.
Oh, man.
I think it left.
Oh, did it disappear for real?
I found it.
Okay, she
can't find anything.
She can find it all. There we go.
Except for your phone when you lose it.
I'm struggling today.
Yes.
It's like that when her phone was missing in the back of the car.
Longest running sports show in town. All right, let's go back. We kind of ran out of time there. Let's go back to the high school football. If you just tuned in, you missed this anyway. Friday night, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs punched their ticket to the semifinals yet again. 35-14, they beat Stansbury. Tonawai Andresen making plays. Cade Shaw came in and did a lot of the heavy lifting as they went to the ground and pound, and Van Daly aggravated an injury. They decided precautionary to hold him out the entire second half. And here's a big touchdown that kind of started to get some separation between Stansbury and the Mustangs.
Hang on.
And
again.
This is, I believe, second quarter, and this is the first touchdown pass of the game. Let's set this up. This is in the red zone. And this is Britton Phillips, who is a guy that, since he got healthy, has been unbelievable. He's just done an incredible job of. You got to go back now. He was telling you to scroll it back on that touchdown run. That's what you were saying, Paulie, right?
Yeah, rewind it.
Yeah, rewind that one.
Because it'll just
it'll
keep
right down there on the blue. Yeah.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah,
well, okay.
There we go. Here's the play. Tie this game up. Looking to throw, rolling to the right. Pressure comes, whips it into the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Mustangs. Phillips, touchdown, Britton Phillips. Yeah, good throw. Tight corner there. Front pylon.
Like that.
Phillips put it right on his hands.
Yeah, he was featured in a Friday Night Spotlight a couple weeks ago. Just that unlimited catch radius. I like that kid. He's a good player.
Dedrick Moore was the star of the defense. I mean, Major Soaks had TFLs and a sack, and Nate Ince was racking up tackles. But Dedrick Moore had an interception for a touchdown, had a sack, and I believe was like almost double-digit tackles. Like, he was everywhere. I'm sure he's Major Spotlight.
He has. Yeah, he actually has.
Whereas number one for Crimson is a stud.
Right.
He's a stud. He's a stud. So 35-14, they win. How about this? Crimson gets Green Canyon. Green Canyon is the 14 seed, ladies and gentlemen. And I've said 24 teams is too many to the playoffs, but 14, you got a semifinal team at 14. So why don't we just take 16 to the playoffs? Right? If we took 16, it would speed it up by 1 week. All the other teams that really don't have a chance to win the postseason could go off into their winter sports, get ready for basketball or wrestling season or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's very productive for a 22 seed to travel on the road and get beat by 50. That almost demoralizes your program more than it builds going into the offseason.
I would agree.
I know everybody wants to get a participation trophy and ho-hos and high C's or fruit punches, but like
Capri Sun.
But Green Canyon, my point is that Green Canyon proves that you can still be a double-digit seed and you can crash the party.
Yeah, that's right.
They had to go on the road to Skyline after they went on the road to Snow Canyon, and they passed both games. They won 23-20 over Snow Canyon and 28-26. Skyline scores a touchdown at the end, goes for the two-point conversion to tie it, and fails.
Wow.
When they win by 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So it'll be Crimson and Green Canyon at Rice-Eccles Stadium this Friday at 6 o'clock. And we'll have the call. It'll be a radio-only broadcast for you, and we'll have it for you here on the Fan Sports Network. Hurricane, of course, with the 28-13 loss, they bow out. Provo, with the win, will take on Ridgeline. That game will be Thursday night at 6 o'clock. So Crimson fans will probably be taking in on that game, and they'll know who their opponent is way before kickoff.
That's right.
So there's your high school football recap.
We got the
did finally
Jacobs
get-
clip. We got it ready. Here we go.
Here's one of the highlights of the Hurricane game.
This was one of the big scores
For the senior.
Yeah, the senior.
Back in the pistol, sends a man in motion. Spin. He's going to go up the middle. And there's a long seed. That's Jacobs. 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Tigers.
Oh, we kind of heard some of the background.
No voice cracking.
No
voice
voice
cracking,
cracking.
no.
Nope.
There was definite. That was on the excitement meter. That was a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to bottle it up for the Tigers. Not many plays in the second half.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to miss Brody Jacobs, Austin McRoberts,
That's
CJ
right.
Trump, Dylan Gabriel. Those
Yeah.
core seniors on offense. I mean, they definitely going to leave a mark. They're definitely instrumental in, coming in and buying into Jerry Cowan's system and really propelling Hurricane back to the top of the Region 9 standings. And I really thought the Tigers would beat Provo. I mean, I called the Provo Crimson game early in the season. Mm-hmm. And I knew they had a gunslinger at quarterback, and I knew they had some size. I really thought the Hurricane speed could counterpunch that size, and that really surprised me. And a couple key plays, and Hurricane would have been right there. They just didn't make the big plays when they needed to. Fourth down conversions, third down conversions in the red zone. They just couldn't make those clutch plays when they needed them most to make that a lot more interesting or potentially come back. They held Provo out of the end zone in the entire second half. They gave their offense chances on the defensive side of the ball.
They did. Yeah, the defense was playing good football. So just a little too much Provo in the second half.
Yep.
But
Other news. Are you ready for this? Jazz open up a 4-game homestand tonight. Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
yeah.
So they will play the Timberwolves. Then they have the Pacers, the Hawks, and the Bulls that will visit during this homestand.
Yeah.
Jazz are losers of the last 2 in a row. They sit at 3-6 overall after Friday's loss in Minnesota. They got hammered on. So this is like a back-to-back with Minnesota with 2 days rest in between.
Yeah.
Other stories. Utah Mammoth dropped their third straight game.
Yeah.
They go 1-4 on this road trip and kind of came back. It's tough to win consistently on the road.
It is. I watched this game. I had this on my iPad.
The 4-2 loss in Ottawa?
I actually got with the SEG Plus program, so I got the Mammoth all season long now, and I was watching these games, all three of them, the Maple Leafs game, the Canadiens game, and the Senators game. The Canadian road swing was not kind to the Mammoth. They come back home on Wednesday night against the Sabres to try and get right, but besides an overtime victory against those Sabres, 2-1, they would be on a 5-game losing
Yeah,
streak.
they're 1-4 on the road trip.
That's right.
Yep.
And they lost the game before they left for the road to the Lightning, which we went to 4-2. So it's been kind of a rough stretch.
Lightning playing good right now, though.
They are. They're really good.
What did they be the night? 6-3?
They beat the Caps in Florida just
3-2.
the other night.
Yeah, they're
so
winning.
they're winning.
They're peaking.
They're winning big. So early in the season. Elsewhere in hockey, we got the rematch of the 2023 Stanley Cup Finals.
Woo! Yes, the Knights.
Florida Panthers traveling to T-Mobile Arena tonight.
Oh, boy.
Right now, the Knights favored on the money line, -145. Panthers coming back the other way, +125. The total 5.5.
Knights lost to Anaheim, and they've lost a couple in a row.
Yeah.
And surprised they're that
Anaheim's
big of
good
favorites.
this year, though.
They are good.
Ducks are a little bit revived, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, but and look, Florida going for the three-peat, that rarity in sports.
That's right. We were talking those earlier in the show.
We were talking about that with Crimson and the opportunity they have in football the next couple weeks. But look, this seems -145 seems a little high. I know it's in the Fortress, but based on the Mark Stone being out is really it takes a star off the ice, and I'm not sure when he's going to be back.
Right.
I don't know either. They haven't really given any firm updates on that. But the Panthers haven't been playing their best hockey as of late. They lost to the Sharks 3-1. They lost to the Ducks 7-3.
Sharks are good too, though.
Shark Tank.
Better.
Right?
Yeah.
Max Celebrini.
Yeah.
He's pretty
Celebrini is
good. Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Yeah.
College football roundup in 7th ranked BYU falls 29-7 at 8th ranked Texas Tech. Tech only moves up one spot in the polls. And BYU drops down. BYU drops down to number 12 in the latest polls.
So 4 spots. I thought they would drop further than that.
Cougars are now 8-1 with a 5-1 Big 12 mark. Utah State, in other news, crushed Nevada 51-14. They're now 5-4. That was a lock of all locks. Utah State was only 13.5-point favorites. What are they up? 41-0 at one point at halftime.
Yeah, Nevada Reno's bad.
They
this
are
year.
bad,
Really bad.
Did
you see the catch of the
They
year?
had their first offensive touchdown against the Aggies, and their second, though, since October 23rd, I think.
Yeah.
They hadn't scored a touchdown.
Yeah, it's bad news. Bears and Reno this year. But one team that is really surprised, I don't know if you were going to get to them in your roundup, but I'm going to get to them now because this was awesome. As Penn State, I don't know if you saw any of this game. This was a Fox game, so you could have watched it if you were at home.
I watched Indiana. I saw the back of the end zone toe tap catch was sensational.
Yeah,
catch.
let's rate the call from Gus Johnson, who I genuinely think is one of the best in the business. But let me know if you think he kind of he sold out on this call, went all in, and let me know what you think of it.
Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown! Wow! Omar Cooper, unbelievable. Give him the Heisman Trophy now.
I mean,
I don't know what happened to his voice.
yeah, it kind of died on him like mid-call.
He was screaming.
That was an unbelievable catch.
it was
catch
so
of the
incredible.
year.
That
Catch
was
of the
unbelievable.
year.
I mean, that does surprise me, though. That was not one of Gus's.
It wasn't his fastball.
But it's sometimes you need calls like that to sell it more. In some ways, him like plateauing out and losing his voice because he was so excited
Kind of
almost
emphasizes
made
the moment. I understand. I understand what you're saying there.
So maybe I'm
I liked it.
maybe I'm over analyzing that a little bit.
I just love him so much.
That's not a typical.
It's not his fastball,
No.
to say the least.
No.
I mean, I thought that for that level of a moment, he did lose his voice. And it was just I was like, whoa, he lost his voice. And like he continued to try and fight on and fight through the moment. And he was still like, it was gone. And then finally Klatt jumps in and kind of saves him a bit. But I thought it was still good, but just not great.
Other football scores: Utah Tech falls at number 20 or number 18, Abilene Christian on Saturday, 31-10. You can't throw four interceptions on the road against a top 20 team.
No.
And when two of those interceptions went to the house the other way for pick sixes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Bronson Barbin, coming off one of his best games when they win in overtime at home,
Probably his best passing game.
to really one of his worst games.
Yeah.
And it's just what a difference a week makes. I know you're playing a lot better competition at their place. He did have some nice runs. Asa was involved. They got the tight ends involved, but Bronson missed a couple wide open tight ends there that could have led to some more points. And look, ACU can still get a share of the UAC because they upset Tarleton last week. They followed that up with a big 31-10 win over the Trailblazers. Utah Tech down to their final two games of the season. Their final road game this Saturday. They'll go to the Peach State. They'll play West Georgia. Kickoff will be 12 noon. So we'll have pregame 11 a.m., noon kickoff. And then they'll finish up the season at home against Eastern Kentucky. So just 2 games left. The best the Blazers can do is win them both and get to 4 wins on the season. That's the best they can do at this point in time. SUU. Hey, Paulie, I might not have hit the 8-win mark, but this was a nice road win.
This was good
for the T-Birds as they still could get to 7 wins as they're now back to 5-5, 500. I think they're sitting third in the conference standings.
Yeah.
And again, guess what? The car was moving. And it didn't matter if it was in Kentucky or Cedar City. Joshua Dye just continues to etch his name into the SUU record books. A career high 221 yards and 3 touchdowns on Saturday, and moves him into 5th all-time for most rushing yards in a single season.
Whoa.
He's 1 touchdown shy of tying the program's single-season rushing touchdown record. And Shane Carr put a career high 124 on 7 catches through the wide receiver room, and the Thunderbirds win 27-17. That was probably the best team that they had remaining on their schedule on the road. It's not easy to go across the country and win. And after they beat Austin P, the Govs, who was the best team, this was kind of that trap game. You didn't want to drop it. And now you're kind of looking at the next two games here, and you're going, I think SU should beat Central Arkansas at home, and then they got to go to North Alabama, team Utah Tech just beat in overtime last week, and they got to win that one on the road to get bowl eligible. And I think if they win those two games based on their schedule, Paulie, I think they're getting a spot in the FCS football playoffs.
Yeah. There's a chance when it didn't look possible.
I think there's better than a chance.
I think there's a chance.
But you got to win the next two.
1 in a million.
But you know, you lose by 10 to Tarleton State down there. That one stung. But since then, they beat number 13 Abilene Christian, they beat Utah Tech, they beat Austin Peay, and they beat Eastern Kentucky. So after that gauntlet early in the season where they had to play Northern Arizona and UC Davis, and they had to play all these tough teams, and they lost to West Georgia, who's now ranked, I think, 18th in the country. And then they played number 3 Tarleton State. They finally have got a 4-game winning streak, and they look like they're starting to hit their stride. And Joshua Dye and Shane Carr, huge performances on Saturday for the Thunderbirds.
Absolutely. They're keeping it rolling. You know, when you look at the remaining schedule, we already went through it. Those two games, Central Arkansas, North Alabama, those are winnable. So don't look now, but they're in third place at 4-2 in the UAC, only behind Abilene and Tarleton. So, yeah, the coaching job to not, you know, these guys didn't quit when they were losing all those games early in the season, and they've rallied, and now they're making something of this season at 5-5 and 4-2 in the conference. They are on the upswing here.
Yep. Good stuff in college basketball action. Utah will host Holy Cross tonight. Boy, they had to hang on and survive against Weber State over the weekend, but they are 2-0 on the season, looking to go to 3-0 against Holy Cross. And BYU just hammered down on Holy Cross last Saturday night. Utah State's next game will be Weber State on Wednesday. Aggies are off to a 2-0 start. So nobody in the state, the big three, Utah State, Utah, or BYU, has lost a basketball game yet. For John Judkins and the Utah Tech Trailblazer basketball team, they're off and running. They win their first two, but over the weekend they lose to Arizona, 13th ranked. And then yesterday, a game we had right here, Rod and I called the game for you on the Fan Sports Network against Arizona State. Bobby Hurley's boys, Trailblazers, lose by 15. But both games, they were competitive. You never felt like in either game in the second half they were going to win, but you felt like they were competitive. They belonged on that floor. Great experience to go down there and do a little 2-game swing against two really good programs. And of course, Arizona is going to be a team to beat come March. They're legit. Arizona State lost their top 3 players to, $1 million NIL deals elsewhere. So Bobby Hurley had to get in the portal and rebuild this team. But and Jop, their 7-1 dude, he's a dude.
Yeah, Hurley's on the hot seat this year.
Yeah,
for sure. Not making the tournament.
Having the max exodus and not retaining players, you look at it and you start looking at the culture and you say, hey, we're not winning. And even a name like Bobby Hurley, yes, he's on the hot seat. I would agree with that, Paulie. No question about it. No question about it. All right, did I miss? The other headline for our folks up on 93.1 or 1400 AM, how about the Cedar Reds high school football team? You didn't think I forgot about the Cedar Reds. I know they're not in our region anymore. So we don't talk about them on a week-to-week basis as close as we do when they were in our region, but don't want to forget about Coach Hyatt and the Reds punching their ticket to the state championship game. They have not lost all year long, Paulie, trying to cap off an undefeated season, and they will not face Morgan. I thought it was going to be Cedar and Morgan. Cedar beats Juab like they were supposed to do on Friday or last Friday night, 23-16 at home. But Manti beats Morgan 42-28. Huge upset there. The Templars beat the Trojans. So it'll be Manti and Cedar. Cedar won the regular season matchup because they're in the same conference now. I think they hung 52 on Manti, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. 51-27 was the score. Okay. So that is a rematch there. I'm sure Manti's playing better football than they did in the regular season because that's a wide margin of victory for the Reds. But this one, the one for all the marbles. So congrats to Coach Hyatt. And we'll try to get Coach Hyatt on the show before that championship game against Manti. 12-0, Paulie. When was the last time Cedar football went 12-0?
I like that.
Yeah.
Round of applause, indeed. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, good stuff, huh?
Yeah,
good stuff. The 3A will be at Southern Utah University. That's where the semis were, and I think that's where, if I'm not mistaken, that's where that championship game will be played as well. So,
well, you need to. What the Crimson game will be Friday at 6. Is that right?
Yes.
The state semis Friday at 6.
Oh,
at Rice Eccles.
the finals, the semis are at SU. The finals are at Zion Bank Stadium. So,
Zion Bank Stadium. I'm not familiar. What is that?
Isn't it up north?
Zion Bank Stadium. I have not heard of that. Is that where they play the soccer games? I'm not sure.
No, that's America First Field. The Zion Bank Stadium, I think, is in Harriman. It's part of the. I think it's the Real Monarchs and the Utah Warriors and the Salt Lake Shred and all some of the other pro teams. There's a big complex out in Harriman.
Oh, I see.
And I think that is the Zion Bank. I haven't been there.
Me neither.
I haven't been there. But the championship game is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on the 15th. So here we go. Big time spot. It'll be number 1 seeded Cedar, number 3 seeded Manti for the 3A state championship. All right, got to get to a timeout. Back in a flash. It's The Drive on the Fan Sports Network. We're back, everybody. Thank you for sticking through the break for us. 8:26 on a Monday, fun day. We'll be at Wingnuts tonight. Wingnuts. Yes, Monday Night Football lives at Wingnuts. We will be there. Good game in the NFC tonight. Eagles and Packers. And Paulie has been walking the halls deciding what his code words for tonight are going to be. Paulie, have you figured out a code word for our patrons at Wingnuts so they can get some extra opportunity drawing tickets?
That's right. We forgot to give these out last week. Jeff, our regular at Wingnuts, he was upset a little bit. So I want to make sure, Jeff, if you're listening out there, we're giving out these code words right now. And for the Eagles, I'm going to go Reggie White. Kind of easy.
The minister of defense.
That's right. I love Reggie. Not an Eagles fan by any means, but got to respect his game. And for the Packers, it'd be easy to go Brett Favre. Yeah.
I like Brett Favre.
All right, let's go Brett Favre.
You could go Reggie White as well.
Yeah, he can go both. Yeah. All right, let's make it something a little more easy for the listener. How about Ron Jaworski for the Eagles? Jaws, lovable quarterback for the Eagles.
Is he not working on the network anymore?
I don't think so. I haven't seen him in years on ESPN. He must have gotten part of those layoffs or whatever years ago, but he has not been. But a great quarterback for the Eagles. So we'll go with Ron Jaworski for the Eagles, and for the Packers, let's go Brett Favre. Let's do the quarterbacks. This should be easy. Yep. All right. Jaws and Favre. Those are your code words tonight.
Get a bonus on Reggie White.
And a bonus. Yeah, bonus. Yeah, I like that. Both teams.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It should be fun. We're looking forward to having you over there. Come to Wingnuts tonight, especially if you don't have, ESPN services right now. If you have ESPN Plus or YouTube TV, you can't watch it. You have to upgrade to the ESPN Unlimited. I have that bundle. My wife has the Disney Hulu.
So do I.
But it doesn't have the Hulu Plus.
Or the ESPN Unlimited.
Right. And so I'm like, I have every stupid digital freaking app on my TV.
Except the $38.99 they want for unlimited. Yeah. That's the one you don't have.
Yeah, I got an email.
I don't know if you're going to do that or not, or you're just going to wait for this YouTube dispute to be over.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet, because here's I need to call him, because can I pause all my services on YouTube but still have my Sunday ticket? Because I paid for that. I paid for that.
I don't know.
So I'm not going to walk away from a Sunday ticket, but I should still be able to go and access something that I paid extra for.
That's right.
If that's the case, I would pause everything except for my Sunday ticket until this dispute is over, and then I would turn it back on.
So the dispute is saying if it goes past today, this is the latest update I've seen. And I want to pull up the post just to make sure.
This is
yeah. I mean this
annoying for consumers.
This Eagles
Packers
game tonight is kind of the swinging point. So YouTube 15 hours ago, YouTube TV official Twitter account members. We've been working to negotiate a deal with Disney that pays them fairly for their content and returns their programming to YouTube TV. We know it's been disappointing to lose some of these Disney channels, and in light of the disruption, we're offering our subscribers a $20 credit. There you go. That's all they got for you today.
$20.
That's the latest update.
I will pay $20 extra to get my dang service turned back on. And I'm sure a lot of other YouTube subscribers would too. Why don't they just... Are they trying to keep their prices low, which I can appreciate, and ESPN and Disney is gouging them here?
And how about this? This is from just a random dude, Joe Deliria on Twitter. He says, YouTube TV subs, you need to redeem, in all capitals, your credit. As they do send out an email, over the next few days, you'll receive a follow-up email with instructions on how to redeem your $20 credit for YouTube TV. They should automatically apply that.
So I got an email from YouTube yesterday. Okay, and it was basically, fluff.
Yeah.
It was fluff. An update on your YouTube TV credit. We've been working in good faith to negotiate a deal that pays them fairly for the content. We know you want that content. We deeply appreciate your patience. In light of the disruption, we're offering our subscribers a $20 credit. So there's, and all it says is there's going to be a follow-up email on how to redeem it. And they say they're working with it. Look, nobody looks good in the court of public opinion if they cave now. I mean, if Disney lowers their price, YouTube wins. If YouTube meets Disney's price, Disney wins. Like, there's no winner here. There's one loser, one winner here, and they're at a stalemate. And you know who loses? The subscribers.
Yeah.
On YouTube TV, they can't watch a Monday Night Football game. Couldn't watch a BYU Texas Tech game on ABC because that's a Disney station.
I don't know. They're saying this comes about an hour ago from Front Office Sports. So are they going to air it? From that tweet, it makes it seem like they will air it on ABC.
Tonight. ESPN is smart. They're going to say we're going to put it on ABC, but ABC is not on YouTube TV here locally.
Correct, because it's a
because
Disney.
the Texas Tech BYU game was on ABC Saturday, and you still could not watch it on YouTube TV.
It says, meanwhile, the NFL again will again make Monday Night Football available, usually on ESPN, available over the air via ABC.
So if you go to Walmart or Target and you get some over the air antennas,
that's what they're saying there.
Then you can tune into ABC
I thought they were
over the air.
They were
going to
make
ABC
a.
Some people have rabbit ears still.
Okay.
Even, there is still.
We do here.
We do?
Yeah, we have some. Yeah, we have the antennas. They're not rabbit ears, but yeah, we have the extra antennas.
But we have TDS in the studio.
We're undefeated. We will not be in a part of any disputes in the studio.
Yeah, the studio will be. I might be. Hey, party in the studio
that's
tonight.
Right. Let's get some food. Let's get some, all kinds of good stuff, and just have a studio party.
Yeah, if Paulie leaves at halftime, he's coming to the studio.
That's right, because I won't be able to watch it at home. So where am I gonna? I might just stay at Wingnuts all night tonight.
So Wingnuts, we'll have specials. They're doing breakfast now on the weekends. Wingnuts, the place, will be giving away a jersey tonight at Wingnuts, plus some other fun prizes. Are we doing bingo tonight? Is bingo back tonight?
It took a respite last week. It's up to the.
It did, because
Yeah, I was alone, so we were a little scattered.
Should be a good crowd tonight. Packers,
Should
Eagles.
be a really
I know
good
it's
crowd.
an East Coast game, but Packer and Eagle fans are everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
Packers have got a big fan base everywhere. Eagles just won the Super Bowl, so they'll have a nice pop, I think. So, what about bingo, buddy?
We'll do bingo.
All right.
We'll have
she
the
said
bingo
she'll
cards
do it
tonight.
By the way, I'm convinced that the Pittsburgh Steelers have the best traveling road base in sports.
Or they've just won the most Super Bowls, and they just have fans everywhere because of that.
I mean, I'm watching that Chargers game last night.
I know.
And
you think they're all
can hear
traveling from
them.
Pittsburgh?
I don't know. Probably not all
I don't
from
think
Pittsburgh.
so.
But every time I watch a road Pittsburgh game, the terrible towels are out. They travel well. They're They're either everywhere or they travel well. There's got to be some people from Pittsburgh that were like, I want to get out of the cold in November.
I don't doubt that, but still, I think that the Steelers fan base is everywhere more than it travels to.
I think it's everywhere.
LA.
It's kind of like the Raiders
or the
almost anywhere you
Cowboys
go.
or whatever. Yeah,
but Pittsburgh Steelers are everywhere. I know several here in St. George too. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of takeaways from the NFL. The NFC West is getting really interesting, and I knew it would be. And the Seahawks are better than I thought they would be, and I was very high on them already. I have a future bet on the Seahawks over 8.5 wins, plus 140. That's looking just delicious with 7 wins in 9 games. That's a lock at this point, Paulie.
Yeah.
That is a lock. And the original over-under on the Seahawks win total for the year was 7.5. I bought it up for the plus 140. I was that confident in the Seahawks. And look, I mean, there's some great races. The Texans and the Jags, that game was great yesterday. Obviously, Houston trying to, get into the mix in the conference. And Jacksonville saw the Colts win in overtime with a huge. Did you see how many fantasy football points Jonathan Taylor had yesterday? 54 fantasy football points. 54.
The girl across
My
sitting
son
beside
has JT. You have JT. Oh, you guys are playing.
We're playing this week. I went a whole what is this, hour and 30 minutes without mentioning it?
I wasn't mentioning it. I was mentioning that he just went off.
He did.
Because the week before, he kind of had what, for his terms, a dud. What do you have, 7 fantasy points? And then he makes up for it in a big way with 54.
54 points.
Yeah.
Slap him right on Tara's team. That's right.
Yeah, well, a lot of people played Jonathan Taylor. She was not alone.
She wasn't alone, but...
I mean, I think my son...
Stand real quiet.
My son's he's projected over 200. When you get 54 from one guy...
I can't say what I want to say.
That's right.
I know she's ultra competitive, and I'm not that competitive anymore.
I'm still going to make it to the playoffs. I don't know about you, but...
See, here comes the disclaimers. She's going to lose, and now she's throwing the shade about me not... And I could still make the playoffs in that league. Let's not call me dead yet.
Okay.
3 in a row. 3 wins in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We're hot.
The Seahawks Rams game this Sunday looks so important.
I feel like you definitely need to go to that one.
Yeah.
Especially since you missed the
Well,
Mariners.
if you're going to hire a defensive coach, you expect to be better defensively, and this defense has surpassed expectations. The 2 Lawrence touchdowns yesterday, Jackson Smith into the end zone. They ran the clock out in the second. It was a really boring second half, to be quite honest with you. I don't know if anybody was watching it other than me. I got done doing...
I was watching a little of it because I have Brissett on fantasy, which he was, garbage time points. He got a lot of those.
Yeah, I mean the Cardinals and the Niners are fading, and it looks like Rams Seahawks, and they meet Sunday, and then they meet again December 18th.
What's the deal with Kyler Murray? That was another thing I was wondering. I mean, is he actually hurt, or are they just benching him, saying he has an injury designation? That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, because he was
been on
questionable.
The shelf. They said after the bye he's going to play, and then he is on the shelf again. So
something's up.
I think that he might be a cut candidate in Arizona this offseason.
How much time is left on his contract?
I think
2 years.
More year. Yeah. One more year after this one. So, I think they'll take the dead money.
With Ernest Jones out, I thought Knight played good. They didn't have... Jaron Reed goes to the IR. Job goes to the IR. Like, Seattle's got a lot of fill-ins. They lost Sundell in the game yesterday, and they did the plug-and-play. I mean, their passing game is very explosive. Is it Puka and Devontae? No, but Rashid Shaheed added to the lineup. And, Sam had 3 turnovers, and they still put up 44 points yesterday. And the Cardinals are not great.
They're not great.
No.
And I think it really is. Certain players on their team have been being held back by Kyler Murray, including Trey McBride. This comes from Underdog on Twitter. Trey McBride has caught 5 TDs in 4 games with Jacoby Brissett. He caught 5 TDs from Kyler Murray across 3 seasons. I mean, wow. Marvin Harrison Jr. is getting some more targets, more catches, more yards. I just feel like Kyler... It might be time to call him not a bust because he's made it this far in the league, but he will be on another team come next year, I think. Because it just looks like they've given up on him.
It's not good when a journeyman like Brissett elevates the offense.
And is having
That's
better
not a good
stats,
look for
numbers.
Him. Yes.
I know. They ran into a buzzsaw with Seattle last week.
McBride is really good, though. He was a bright spot. I think he had like 12, 13 targets and 10 catches yesterday.
He's good. Touchdown. And they beat the Cowboys the week before on the road.
He plays hard.
Yeah, he does.
McBride, if you didn't get him in fantasy this year, he's the best fantasy option all of a sudden in the NFL.
And he was last year, but he had no touchdowns the entire season. I had him. He had like 112 catches, over 1,000 yards with a goose for touchdowns, a goose egg. Yeah. So, but this year, much better with different quarterback.
The NFL is funny, though. I mean, who thought? I mean, the Bills, after the defense played so amazing against the Chiefs, was this 30-13?
Yeah.
The Jets Browns game. I thought Stefanski was safe. I'm not so sure. I mean, there was a lot of interesting things in the NFL yesterday, but the Rams and the Seahawks clearly in the NFC West trying to, and the Packers Eagles tonight. The Packers Eagles game tonight will tell us a lot about the pecking order hierarchy in the NFC, and then I think Rams Seahawks next week will kind of. I won't settle the NFC West, but the winning team will have the inside track to win the NFC West. And it's not a home game for the Hawks, but they haven't lost on the road yet this year. They've been better on the road than they have been at home. Their 2 losses have come at home, and one to the Bucs and the other one to the 49ers. Only 2 losses of the season.
Yeah.
So, going to be good.
I mean, I'm seeing just per The Athletic, the rights negotiations are still, quote, far apart.
Yeah.
So as of an hour, 2 hours ago.
And look, I'm sure in a number of hours they could get the
they could close
Geek Squad to program back in and get that back on, but it would take some time.
The gap could get smaller, but I still think the negotiations are far apart, is what everyone's saying. So, but they say the Eagles-Packers game on Monday night is very much on the table for YouTube TV subscribers, per The Athletic. So, very much on the table.
But they're not
They're not
talking
willing.
that we know?
They're not willing to say that it's going to happen, but they're willing to say that there's positive talks.
Yeah, they don't want you to rush out and cut the.
Don't want to go to
cut the
Fubo,
subscription.
yeah, or DirecTV Stream or any of these other ones, but it just seems like all these apps have disputes. I know DirecTV Stream had one a couple years ago. There was NFL Miss. The what is the LDS, the big ceremony every year?
General conference.
General conference. That was on one of the channels that was blocked out on DirecTV Stream. So it was football, that, and all this other stuff. I just remember years ago at my job, I was listening to everyone complain about the DirecTV, and now I'm going through it with YouTube, and it is super frustrating.
Division leaders in the NFL: Colts are 8-2, Broncos are 8-2,
Yeah.
Patriots are 8-2. And even after the loss last night, watch out, Steelers. Here come the Ravens with their win in Minnesota, but the Steelers still have the division
He's
lead.
so dumb.
That defense last night just absolutely bottled Aaron Rodgers up.
Yeah.
He looked baffled. Looked like he was on an ayahuasca tour.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca,
I
whatever.
don't remember when I said it, but I said the Ravens will win the North about a couple weeks ago. I think I'm going to stand on that
Yeah,
statement.
and
Still
remember,
over the Steelers.
Over the Steelers.
and remember what I said? Yeah, the books already agree with you. You're not the first to say that.
I'm not saying I'm the first, but I'm not going to be the last. So I'm going to jump in now. The Ravens will win the North as of 2 weeks ago, but I'm
They're
reaffirming
probably
that statement.
minus 145 right now, so you're going to
Okay.
have to be a little juicy there.
Yeah, the Steelers not looking good.
No, I mean, I'll tell you what, Jalen Warren plays really hard,
Yeah.
but the fourth down throw into the end zone to DK, Rodgers predetermined wherever he's going, and Hart was in great position. That play was not there. They're hedging the safety over. Somebody else is going to have a one-on-one matchup, but he had determined that it's the people over the play,
Yeah.
and he's going to get the ball to DK Metcalf, and that was a bad decision.
But who strikes fear in you on the Steelers offense other than Metcalf?
Jalen
Warren's
Warren is
fine running
elusive. He
back.
was making 3 and 4 and Chargers miss last night to get 2 yards.
He did, and he ended with 11 fantasy points because he's on my team. So I know he didn't have that great of a game. But
No, because he didn't get into the end zone.
And I know he doesn't strike fear. He's not a guy that you game plan for as a defensive coordinator. DK Metcalf, you do. Anyone else on the Steelers
No,
offense?
Calvin Austin had that interception late, right off his hands, intercepted, game over, run the clock out. Like they tried.
They don't have the receivers, is my point.
The
It's DK and the rest
well,
a bunch of bums.
The report I heard was that the Steelers offered the Saints for Rashid Shaheed a 3rd-round draft pick.
Yeah, and they decided
The
to go with the Seahawks.
was a 4th and a 5th.
Yeah.
No, they went to Rashid Shaheed and said, which team do you want to
wow.
go to? And he chose the Seahawks. That's
Okay.
the report I heard.
All right.
So they were very active. They tried to make a move for another receiver.
They tried to get Jacoby Myers as well. We're not unable to get
Jacksonville
that deal
got
done.
him, yeah.
So they're just. It's Roman Wilson. It's Scotty Miller. You remember him on the Bucks years ago. It's
Calvin Austin. Freiermuth.
Freiermuth. Yeah, it's just nobody that great.
Your
So-
division leaders after the NFL weekend: Seahawks are 7-2, Eagles are 6-2, Packers are 5-2. They'll meet tonight. We'll be at Wingnuts for a watch party. Come and join us. And the Bucks are 6-3, even after their loss yesterday. All right, got to get to a break. Come back, get you ready for the day in sports. Big finish nights. More on the Monday night game. All coming up when we come back. Show today brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Hey, they want to say thanks to our veterans. It's Veterans Day tomorrow. All month long, if you are a veteran and you decide to go get a free T-test and get on testosterone, they're going to give you 50% off your first order, your first month there. Just a way to say thanks to the vets out there. So go and hit up Game Day Men's Health and reclaim your game. And thank you for your service. We'll be back in a flash. Hey, welcome back, Findlay Hyundai Studios. They got 0% over there on the Tucsons and the Santa Fe's, as low as 3.9 on the Palisade and the Palisade Hybrid. Go check it out. Getaway sales event. It's not November, it's Govember. Go somewhere in your brand new Findlay Hyundai. Oh, Devin, Paulie, Tara. One story that we didn't get to that is kind of a scary story. It's more betting than baseball. The Guardians pitchers,
Yeah, I saw
Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz, 2 Guardian pitchers currently on paid leave, have been indicted on a litany of charges related to illegal gambling allegations that could both get prison time for years, according to the unsealed documents yesterday. In a time where we're starting to see more and more frequent sport betting scandals, this rises near the top, Paul. And we never pretend to know anyone's financial situation, but I find myself dumbfounded in reading these stories, thinking about how stupid it all seems. Clase, according to the evidence released yesterday, is the most egregious case. Allegedly engaged in a betting conspiracy 2 years ago with co-conspirators just after he signed a guaranteed 5-year, $20 million contract. And he was the best closer in baseball.
Yeah.
But he fixed pitches. You can bet on pitches.
Speed,
and you can make
ball strike.
tens of thousands of dollars on one-pitch wagers.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was even profiting as he blew saves. I mean, people were betting $18,000 on balls and strikes. And on pitches, he was one-hopping into the
This is
batter's
crazy.
box.
There's Pablo Torre has an official court document here.
Yes.
Clase threw a pitch that appeared to be a ball, but the batter swung, resulting in a strike and leading Better 1 and Better 2 to lose their wagers. Approximately 20 minutes after Better 1 lost the wager on May 28, 2025, Better 1 sent a text message to the defendant, Emmanuel Clase de la Cruz, a GIF image of a man hanging himself with toilet paper. Even though the Cleveland Guardians won the game approximately 10 minutes later, Clase responded to Better 1 with a GIF image of a sad puppy dog face. So
They got him.
they got him.
He's in with some of the wrong people, and he owes them money.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and they're telling him to fix pitches, and I'm going to kill you if not. That's what that says to me. Am I mistaken? That a hanging emoji?
Yeah, that would.
That's a death threat, is it not?
It seems it could be a veiled death threat.
What are
maybe.
you supposed?
That's some strong toilet paper, though.
What are you supposed to do as a player when you get an emoji of a hanging emoji, and they're asking you to make them money on fixing pitches?
Yeah,
and
it's
you're worried about your life potentially.
Yeah.
He must owe some money or something, though.
He does.
Yeah.
He definitely owes some money to some bad people.
Bad mistakes lead to more bad mistakes, right?
Yeah.
You make bad
Snowballs.
decisions, and it snowballs on you, and you get in with the wrong people, and then you make, instead of paying it back the right way, obviously you try to take the easy way out, and it's illegal.
He could face up to 65 years in prison if convicted on all charges per Jeff Passan, as well as the prosecutors allege that Luis Ortiz, not Clase, was paid $5,000 for throwing an intentional ball on June 15th, and Clase was also given $5,000 for facilitating it. They did it again on June 27th, which the respective payments increasing to $7,000 on that occasion. But this is like
stupid
peanuts.
small.
Like this
you're
guy's the
making
top
20
closer in baseball. Why?
You have a $20 million contract.
Is this just the adrenaline? Is this just doing something wrong is fun? Like, I don't understand why these guys get into this when they've already hit the mega ball. They are a pro athlete. They are making millions.
Yeah, but they must have something on them. He's got. They got. I mean.
But not everyone's got something on Rozier and all these other guys. They're just, like.
Who knows?
And
Who
the
knows?
dude,
Don't try to put yourself in a criminal's mind.
I'm not.
You'll just fail miserably.
I know. That's right.
Yeah. Paul did not steal those paintings out of France.
The Louvre.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It was not Paul.
It wasn't me.
More news. Ohio State's still number 1 in the AP poll. BYU with the loss to Texas Tech goes to 12. Donald Trump was at the Commanders-Lions game.
He was.
There was some boos and some cheers, but mostly boos.
It was mixed results.
What did you think of him in the booth? He's trying to do a little play-by-play. I must have heard President say this is an important play like 5 times in a row. This is a very important play.
He loves his sports. He does love his sports.
And then they scored the touchdown on 4th down on that drive when he was in the booth, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
Steph's still out. He's sick. He's missed 3 straight games. What has he got? Strand of COVID? Like a lingering cold? What's going on with Steph Curry? He's been out for 3 games now.
Who knows?
The illness.
Might need a Midol.
He might. That's what I'm thinking.
We lost some
Maybe a
legends.
heating pad.
Man, we've lost some legends lately. I mean, we lose Nealon to an apparent suicide in the NFL.
Yeah.
But then Lenny Wilkins died yesterday.
Oh, man.
Lenny Wilkins, he was a great Sonic, a legend in Seattle, then coach for the Sonics, among other places. Died at 88. And then we lost Paul Tagliabue yesterday, too.
Former commish. He
at
was the
84.
guy growing up when I was a kid. Every single football had his signature on it. Paul Tagliabue.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So there you go. Tonight, what to watch for? Knights in action against Florida
Yeah, big game.
in the Fortress. Wizards Pistons, Paulie, 5 o'clock on Peacock.
I won't be watching.
Eagles Packers, 8:15 at Wingnuts.
I
That's
will be
Eastern
watching.
time. 6:15. Come get a good seat. Code words are
Brett Favre and
Jaws.
Ron Jaworski. There we go.
and a bonus ball.
Reggie White.
Thank you very much. Get your jerseys out. Come win a jersey. Come have some good food and drinks and hang out with us at Wingnuts. We'll be there broadcasting live starting at 4 o'clock. Show today brought to you by Prime IV, Wilkinson's, Jimmy John's. We'll announce the voting winner of the Play of the Month tomorrow on the program. And appreciate St. George Tint, Color Country Custom Coating, Game Day Men's Health, Finley Hyundai, and our friends at TDS, all of our great partners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Zag Picks of the Week will be up. New fresh set of picks tomorrow on the website, or maybe later today. We'll also announce the winner of the Zag Picks from last weekend tomorrow. Lots going on, baby. We'll get you ready for Crimson Football Friday. We'll get you ready. We'll recap the Jazz game tonight against Minnesota tomorrow on the show, plus Monday Night Football reaction. When we see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow, have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you, Wingnuts.